We are back in Huntington Beach at the home of DWS Classic Restorations. We're about to show you what happens when you take a 73 Blazer with the intent of making it a race truck. This thing sits low, it looks mean, it runs an LSA, supercharged over 600 horsepower with a manual 6-speed. Can't wait to show you guys this one. Hey guys, we're here with my friend Darren from DWS and his 73 Blazer that is now sold.
It is sold.
That's got to be rare for you, right? To build something without already having a customer. Typically you're building for customers.
Right, yeah, I prefer to use other people's money, but this was
For
my
sure.
vehicle. It was sitting out in the parking lot one day and we had a little lull in the action, and I sent out a gopher to cut out the inner fender wells in the rear. You know, I figure if you cut it, you got to do something with it. So then I mini tubbed it. That's how it all began, and we got it done.
Yeah.
And then the guys over at Jegs and Port 15 and some of our sponsors asked what we were going to do for SEMA or Grand National, that sort of thing. They started jumping on board and throwing stuff at us and wanted to see it done, and we got it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's set up to drive, obviously. It's not set up to just putt around.
No, it means business. It's
Yeah.
been on the track once just to see what it would do. We weren't really dialed in, you know, the shocks were set up to generic settings, but
Yeah.
it did really well on the track with non-race tires.
Yeah.
Actually, it kicked ass. It was very fast. It
Yeah.
ran great.
Well, why don't we pop the hood and we'll kind of start there and we'll work our way around all the mechanicals and then all the body mods and what have you. Hey guys, real quick reminder. We have a lot of merch on our store, atlamerch.com. We order all super high quality premium stuff. Every time one of you guys buys our stuff, it makes a huge impact on what we do. So I want to say thanks to everyone that supported us. If you see something you like, please dig in, buy it. I promise you'll love the quality of what we sell. atlamerch.com. Now let's get back into the video. God, this is bitchin', dude.
It's an LSA that we got out of a crashed Camaro. I had the 6-speed already, brand new. I love stick shifts.
Yeah.
And that's my preferred method. So
Yeah.
I thought, you know, if it's gonna be mine, I'm gonna put that in there. So we did all this, and then the guys at TCI decided we wanna do something with you on this because we need to make a Blazer setup. We can put the C10 front in it, and so they needed something for the rear. So we worked with Sal and the boys over at TCI, and we made a whole rear suspension for this thing, and now they make a whole kit that you can get from the TCI guys
Wow.
for these Blazers. So it's the prototype, I suppose, for what they sell now.
Got it.
But on the track, more than we expected. It
Yeah.
really performed. Yeah.
That's cool.
There's a lot of bracing that goes on the inside of the frame, so it's very, very rigid.
Yeah. Do you know what it makes? Have you ever dynoed it or no?
No, we haven't dynoed it. It's a stock motor, so you got stock numbers there. And then they ask, you know, what are you going to do for serpentine, this, that, and the other, tires,
Yeah.
diff, et cetera, over at PCI. Then we asked them for a little more power. You know,
So you're 5+ at the tires.
dude, we're 6+.
6+.
Oh, at the tires?
At the tires.
Who knows?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
on a
okay.
stick shift, there's less draw, you know,
For sure.
parasitic loss of horsepower.
For
so,
sure.
yeah, we're still very fast.
Yeah, yeah. Still solid axle rear?
Yep, it's a Chevy 12 bolt as well. And we narrowed it and that sort of thing so we can get big tires in there.
Yeah,
and all
man.
that, and a deep wheel, and nothing is untouched on the vehicle all the way through and through, pretty much, yeah.
God, this is just immaculate in here, bro.
It's simple and clean, and we tried
It
to
is.
hide as much as we could.
Is this you guys making all this?
Yeah, we made this. This is carbon fiber. We went carbon fiber and then we painted over it because we're trying to keep a nice, you know,
I
colored
love that you
theme.
did that. What's the exhaust, header, all that stuff? Because it's not a brutal, loud vehicle.
So it's Flowmaster 50s on there. It is a stainless exhaust, 3-inch. The headers are from TCI. So them and Ultimate headers, they work together and whatever. And I don't know if Ultimate makes these or if TCI does, but they're tucked up so nice you don't have to worry about ground clearance.
Yeah. Manual brake setup?
Manual brakes, and they work great. Track tested.
Yeah, yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
So yeah, they work
for
awesome.
sure. Willwood all around.
Yeah, it's Willwood, 6-piston in the front, 4-piston rear, big rotors and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's a full Willwood setup in here,
Yeah.
and it works flawlessly. So thank you everybody at Willwood, I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude, I love how I mean, this whole vehicle is It's just nice, man. I mean, it just really is beautiful.
The exterior is a little loud, I guess, but under the hood, you know, it's subdued, it's pretty simple, and I mean, I didn't want fancy stuff up here, you know, for the hood insulation. It's a DEI pad they sell for these square bodies.
It looks great. It's just clean, simple. All right, let's go over, I want to look at wheels, tires, because I love your setup on here. I love how deep the dish is.
Yeah, that's a 12 by 20. And up here, this is a 9 by 20. Our wheel guys over at Triumph Forged nailed it.
So 245, 35, 20.
Yep.
And then that's 335.
335, 30, 20. And it's a big tire.
That's a big tire.
Fits the wheel perfect.
Yeah.
It's huge. When you look from the back, it's steamroller looking stuff, as they say, and it looks good. And then the deep wheel and all that, you know, that's why we narrowed the rear and mini tub it and all that, so we can get big stuff in there, and we get something that looks very attractive like that.
Yeah. By the way, absolutely love your side exit exhaust, where it comes out, the shape of it, fucking right on point.
A round exhaust would not work on something that's more square.
Yeah.
You know, the whole vehicle's got, well, it's a square body, as they say, and you need something, you know, that's got 4 sides for an exhaust or whatever. It's got to all work right together.
I love that you smoothed the typically very textured, overly textured top to this thing. I mean, it looks so much better.
Yeah, thanks, man. We had to do it, really. The rough texture just looks terrible. So yeah, we smoothed it all out. We get rid of the seams, all that texture's gone. Everybody loves it. You know, that's what helped us win at the Grand National Roadster Show, I'm sure, coupled with everything else.
No, it's a nice added touch. And I also, dude, I really like this stripe running down here. I don't know, it's unique.
You know, we borrowed this from GM's. They had an Indy 500 pace truck back in the 70s.
The other thing that stood out to me is this venting you did here. You were saying this is aircraft grade because it's plastic, right? Or I don't know if that's the correct.
Well, sure. It's aircraft windshield acrylic. And the guys over at Aircraft Windshield in Los Alamitos, we've had them make stuff before. So what I did is I took the 2 old glass windows in here that were in terrible condition. So I brought them and they made them so they've got the slight curvature. They fit like a glove. Our glass guy loved them because they fit like they're supposed to. And then we put these chill out NACA ducts in here. A race vehicle really should have functional brake cooling and, you know, everything else. So
functional braking to the rear. Show me up front, because you said that there's venting that goes to the front brakes as well.
There is. You have to get down a little bit. You can see those little inlets right there. There they are. They work. And they put air to the front brakes as well and blow all that brake dust out and some cool air.
I didn't even notice those, but when you look through the side here, you know, obviously you can see the ducting headed towards the brake.
Right.
But it looks like you just put a stock bumper right back on there.
We did.
You did?
That's a stock bumper from Classic Industries. It's the restorer's choice, as they say. You pay a little more. It's got better chrome, I suppose.
Yeah.
And same with the rear, although we did modify the rear brackets and then suck the bumper inwards close to the body. We made a filler panel.
That's what this is that I see. This is a handmade filler panel to close the gap there?
Yeah, things that look stock sometimes aren't. They took hours and a pain in the ass and frustration, and you know, nobody knows what you got to go through to get to this point.
Do me a favor, you jump in the interior here. I'm gonna go on your driver's side. Oh, right away, I just love this. It's such a driver's truck, bro.
Yeah, we made the pedals. Those are billet, aftermarket dash pad.
Yep.
Recover it in leather.
Original dash still in place.
Yeah, you know, we changed a couple little things, filled some stuff, painted to match the rest of the vehicle. You know, simple, like this trim piece right here on the dash.
Yeah.
That's a stock trim piece. We just put our little homemade emblems in it ourselves. You know, it looks like something special. So.
It looks very GM though too. It's all the right font from the Camaro.
We made all these, you know, we scanned them, and then our interpretation of what the B would look like if Chevy had done it. And we think it turned out like what Chevy would have done. I just dropped a different color in the letters.
This is you guys building the center as well?
Pete at Westminster Upholstery, he put this together for us. We just asked him for something simple. You know, give me a stereo with GPS and nav and whatever else, and that's really about it. Just super simple here.
I can tell those are Dakota Digitals, huh?
Yep, those are Dakota Digitals right there.
All stock placements though, and What are these? I see, I mean, fans obviously for this switch. What's the lightning bolt switch?
All right, so that's your master power. So if you're gonna power it up, otherwise it'll crank, it just won't start. So.
Yeah. God, this is so bitchin'. What are these seats from?
They're Corbin seats.
Oh, okay.
That's what they were, and then we recovered them.
I dig how you did the harnesses in all 4 spots too. That's
Yeah.
pretty badass.
You know, if the kiddies want to hop in and go for a ride, you know, you'd probably just put the lap belts on. But if you're
Sure.
going to go fast, dad's getting a little rambunctious or whatever, then hey, at least you got 5-point the kids, you know. That seat back there is a glide seat. So they had a seat that was close for like a 30s Ford. And I asked them if they could do something a little bit different, narrow it just a tad and whatever. So they made us a custom deal, and thank you to everybody at Glide.
It sure looks right in here. I also think it's cool that you back half caged this whole thing, huh?
Yeah.
So from here back all the way.
Yeah. So, and it's all done right. It's not bolt-in or anything like that. It's chromoly. It's bitching.
If somebody wanted to, is it all the bolts removable, and then you could actually pull the I mean, probably a shit ton of work, but you could pull the top and put it back on.
Yeah, it takes like 4 guys or whatever, one at
Yeah.
each corner, but you unbolt all this stuff and off it comes.
It's coming off.
Yeah, you could.
All right, brother. Well, let's we'll get cameras going and we'll go
Go for a little spin?
cruise. Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. Hey guys, if you have a tendency to like your car being on the louder, more rowdy side, Black Widow's definitely the ones for you. They make mufflers with product names like the Angry Housewife and the Neighbor Hater, so they have fun with what they do. They're definitely a bit louder, a little bit more rowdy, and they're offering a 20% discount for anyone that uses the discount code Black Widow ATLA. We'll put it down in the description of the video, so make sure when you order your product from Black Widow to use that discount code and you'll get 20% off. Black Widow ATLA. Let's jump back into today's video. Back what I said earlier about it being quiet. It's quiet enough, but it already sounds rowdy just at idle. I'm sure when you get in it, it probably wakes up a lot, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Horn works. This thing sounds great, dude. You actually do hear a little bit of the blower whine, huh?
Yeah, you hear it all the time. Woo.
Yeah, yeah. God, I love the sounds, man. I love how you hear that whine from the blower the whole time.
It does sound cool, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
This thing rides really nice, too.
It sure does, bro.
No alignment, just measurements.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it rides fantastic. I mean, a lot of times with performance stuff, I expect it to be a little stiff and uncomfortable, but this is fantastic. Sure, I laugh at myself, dude. Even though you're not hammering on it, I already start smiling over here. It's like something about American muscle just fucking fires me up. Oh, good, nice and clear. Wondering right now why we're not hammering on it. Darren built this truck for himself and then sold it. And it goes to the new owner. So we're going mild. how this thing handles.
It'll handle.
Dude, you can definitely tell. That is a badass truck, man. You can tell how well built it is. Yeah, it would have been rad to feel it just rip, but I understand Darren's point, which is this truck has been sold, the new owner's coming to pick it up. He wants to make sure this truck is pristine going to the new owner, but DWS just killed it on this build. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for hanging and watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.